Good morning, guys. Today on my Fit Tips from the Car, I wanted to talk about something that I get asked about a lot, and somebody asked me again yesterday and another person earlier this week. Anyway, that is the ketogenic diet. It seems to be the latest and greatest craze, and people that know absolutely nothing about health and nutrition or fitness are jumping on this bandwagon. And anyway, I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on that and say these are clearly my opinions and my personal experience and lots of research I have dug into, listened to hours and hours of podcasts over the past couple years from nutrition experts, even keto experts. I listen to them and the things they have to say as well. So I'll just tell you what I think about it. So first of all, I want to define what a true ketogenic diet is. It is not what all of your friends on Facebook are talking about. Oh, I'm on the keto diet, try these keto salts, this keto coffee, all of this stuff. A true ketogenic diet is when you eat 90% of your calories, or even 93 is what a lot of people say, but 90% of your calories come from fat, straight fat, not protein, not carbs, not fiber, fat. So if an average person that eats 2,000 calories a day, 1,800 of those calories would come from fat, and 200 of those calories would come from proteins, which would be about 50 grams of protein for a 2,000 calorie diet. So you would get 90% of your calories from fat, 0 from carbs, not 50, 0 calories from carbs, and maybe about 50 grams or 200 calories from protein if you were on a 2,000 calorie diet. You would absolutely have to eat sticks of butter and jars of mayonnaise to eat that much fat. That's just how it is. You wouldn't be, like a lot of people do ketogenic diet and they're eating a big fat steak and they're like, oh, look at this ribeye. Well, that ribeye has, 150 grams of protein, so you're over the protein for the day, so you're not getting 90% of your calories from fat. A true ketogenic diet is rarely done. It is done most often for extreme situations. I listened to an interesting podcast this week from a guy who's one of the keto experts, and they use this for to decrease oxygen-induced toxicity and oxygen-induced seizures in Navy SEAL dive bombers that have to go way down in the water, and they have abnormal brain functions. And they use this diet also for people that have severe irretractable epilepsy. So this is one of the reasons that I know so much about this, because my daughter has a genetic disease that involves brain tumors, body tumors, and epilepsy. So I have done extensive research in this, and I know other moms with whose kids have this disease as well have actually been on a true ketogenic diet. So it's a not something that you just do on your own. These people are guided by dietitians and neurologists that specialize in true ketosis. These kids eat jars of mayonnaise, literally. It's a problem for kids to be on this type of diet because of the minimal protein they can get, like protein calorie malnutrition. They have to be on a lot of supplements. Protein, being on a true ketogenic diet with low protein causes a suppressed insulin growth factor, which kids really need to grow, and a whole lot of other decreased hormonal function. So it's not something that you just go and do lightly. That being said, I did go and lightly, if you'd like to say, do one of these diets before. I wanted to see what the craze was about, and I was on my quest to finding great health and nutrition and body composition and performance all together. So I was like, I'm going to try this keto and see how it works. It works really well for endurance athletes, people that do like ultra triathlons. They run like 100, 200 mile races and things like that. But even these people like me, or people like those endurance athletes, they're not doing a true ketogenic diet. They're doing it's basically a modified Atkins diet, where you're eating like 25 to 50 grams of carbs or less a day, and you're eating like minimal to moderate amounts of protein. I think I was taking like 100 grams of protein a day, which is like the lowest I've ever done in my life. Anyway, so that's what most people are doing. They're not really eating fruits and vegetables on a true ketogenic diet, but I see a lot of people that do that, and they say they're, oh, keto, I'm on keto. It's like, no, you're really not on keto. You're on a modified low carb diet. Just because you have ketones present in your urine doesn't mean that you're on a true ketosis diet. So my personal experience with the keto diet was okay. I mean, I end up hating it. It's not something I want to do ever. I have a lot of problems with it. The good things about a keto diet is that you do have decreased hunger, and that's basically because you don't eat carbs, and so you don't ever have a spike in your insulin, and your insulin going up and down, it regulates other hormones in your body that make you feel hungry. So you could not feel hungry. One of the advantages, I guess if you want to call it that, I wouldn't call it that, but the advantages is that most people will eat less calories overall because you are eliminating an entire food group. So almost 2 food groups if you're doing real ketogenic diet. So it'd be really hard to overeat the calories. But I do see people that claim to be on a keto diet and they're obese, so they're obviously eating something over the calories. But in my case, I wasn't on a true keto diet either, because like I said, I had about 100 grams of protein a day. So I was so worried about my muscles and stuff. But anyway, I had less than 25 grams of carbs a day, some days 5. And I forgot where I was going with that. Hold on. I was talking about the calories. Yes, for my sake, I had a very, very hard time getting over 1,000 calories a day, really. And if you think, that's just ridiculous. Like a grown person eating 1,000 calories a day, a very active woman with kids and working and eating 1,000 calories a day. So a lot of people think that's a benefit. I think that's terrible. I think that you should fuel your body. You should eat all foods in moderation for micronutrients and macronutrients and their health benefits. Anytime you eliminate an entire food group, there are consequences to that. And so one of the things, like with the ketogenic diet, obviously you're eliminating a whole lot of micronutrients. So you're going to need to get that checked and check on supplements for that. But you're going to have to supplement a lot of things, mostly electrolytes too. So that was a problem that I personally had with the ketogenic diet was, okay, so carbohydrates are the word carbohydrate, has the word hydrate in it. Carbohydrates are stored in your body as glycogen in your muscles and your liver. Every gram of carb is stored with a couple of grams of water. And your body, if you were to get like really thirsty and stuff, your body could pull some of that out of your muscles and use that, thirsty or hungry. Whenever your carbs are low and you need energy, you're going to start using up all of that glycogen. With every carb that comes out of your body, you're going to pee. And so when you start a keto diet, you're going to pee so much and your electrolytes are going to be low. And when you're not getting micronutrients to help you to get those electrolytes, it just starts this whole cycle of events. I was having to drink salt water and bone broth and take potassium tablets, magnesium tablets, electrolyte water, and especially then if you add on top of that exercise and working out where you're sweating and losing electrolytes, you just really don't feel great. So then I did some more research, and people were saying to take some simple sugars or what they call resistant starches or dextrose, which is quick-acting sugars, just enough to get through your workouts, and take that with some other electrolytes together, and to eat those carbs and sugars only before or after you worked out to help you get through those bad feelings, I guess, that your body's adjusting to. I personally didn't like that. I'm like, dude, I can't eat an apple, but I'm gonna eat like dextrose pixie sticks or honey or something, and some electrolyte tablets so I can feel better to work out. Like, that's just messed up, and I just don't want to do that to my body. It's not worth it to me. I mean, if you have a reason to do a ketogenic diet, that's fine. I respect that. Like, you want to be an endurance runner, I think that'd be really cool to try that and see how that works out for you. Or if you have epilepsy or, some kind of disease or something where you need to do it, that's fine. But the problem, or the thing that bothers me about it, is that people are promoting it like it's some great thing. Like, it's not. There's recent studies, and you can look them up if you're open-minded, showing that when calories are equal, the ketogenic type of eating or high-fat diets are not superior for weight loss at all. So if you're doing it and you're losing weight, that's because you're eating less calories than you were before. There's zero physiological reason that it's causing you to lose fat. And I've heard people say incorrectly that, well, you're a fat burner metabolism now, so your body's gonna burn your body's own fat, and so that's how you're gonna lose weight. It's like, no, your body's not gonna burn its own fat if you're eating 300 grams of fat a day. Your body is going to burn its own fat when it needs fuel, no matter what you're eating, what type of diet or metabolism you have. If you're in a deficit, if you are in a calorie restriction and your body needs energy, it will burn its own fat or your muscle to get fuel. It doesn't matter if you normally eat fat or you normally eat carbs. If you need energy, that's when your body is going to burn fat and you'll lose weight. So it doesn't matter if you eat low carb, high carb, low fat, high fat, if you're talking about body composition standpoint. So me personally, I prefer to eat all foods in moderation, and I prefer to just be healthy overall. I don't like fad diets. They work for a while. The ketogenic diet is even tougher too, because to get all these benefits that people are talking about, you have to go through an adaptation period. So if you go one day and decide to eat a bunch of carbs, you will knock yourself out of ketosis, and then you have to wait a while to get back into ketosis, because it takes a while for your body to switch back over. And so you can have this sort of like up and down thing going on. So if you do want to do the ketogenic diet, it needs to be something that you're going to do like really long term, because you're not going to get the benefits that they are claiming from just a short amount of time. So I don't like that. I don't like to live so restricted. I think that's setting yourself up for failure. I think a lot of people try to jump on diet fads and bandwagons because it helps to lose weight, and it's just doing that by eliminating calories, by eliminating a certain food group. The same thing I've heard people say that about vegan. Oh, well, I went vegan and I lost 20 pounds. It's like, well, you eliminate a whole bunch of foods that you were eating, so your calories are lower. It's not necessarily that being a vegan is superior for fat loss. If you want to be a vegan, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not that it's superior for fat loss. It's just that you are now calorie restricted. I feel like people that really want to live a truly healthy lifestyle need to learn about foods and what's in them, and learn how to control yourself, learn what triggers you, learn the habits that you have and how you can change them to make an overall healthier lifestyle, instead of just eliminating an entire food group. So the ketogenic diet, that's what it does. It just eliminates a food group. And I see so many people who know absolutely nothing about health and fitness and food, and they're touting all of this ketogenic stuff. And it's like, why don't you try to learn how to have self-control and learn about what's really in the foods that you're eating and how they can affect your performance and your body composition and the way that you feel, and just truly doing an overall healthier lifestyle. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on the ketogenic diet. Trying to think if I left anything out. If you have any questions, just let me know. I might write some more in the comments about it if I think of it. But Anyway, I just got to the gym. I'm going to go do some shoulders. I really like doing shoulders, so I'm excited about that. And I hope everyone has a great day. And please just go eat something.